Tonight's top story comes straight from UFC 321 in Abu Dhabi, where the heavyweight title fight between Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane ended in absolute chaos. A shocking and emotional night that left fans stunned, the champion furious, and the future of the heavyweight division more uncertain than ever. Inside the Etihad arena, thousands of fans packed the stands to witness what was expected to be a thrilling clash between two of the most technical and athletic heavyweights the UFC has ever seen. From the opening bell, both men looked sharp, focused, and dangerous. Gane started strong, moving light on his feet as always, using his jab to keep distance and landing precise shots that bloodied Aspinall's nose within the first few exchanges. Aspinall, however, responded with power and patience, firing back with thunderous leg kicks and body shots that echoed throughout the arena. It was shaping up to be everything fans had hoped for. A battle between speed and power, precision and aggression. But just when the action seemed ready to explode, disaster struck. With only 25 seconds left in the first round, Aspinall was caught with a brutal double eye poke, as Gane's fingers accidentally made contact with both eyes during an exchange. Instantly, Aspinall stumbled back, blinking in pain, and told the referee he couldn't see. The crowd went silent as cage-side doctors rushed in to check on him. Moments later, the referee waved off the fight, officially ruling it a no contest. That meant there was no winner, and Aspinall would keep his belt, but the result felt hollow. The arena quickly filled with a mix of confusion and disappointment. Fans had waited months for this fight, and now it was over before it even truly began. A visibly emotional Tom Aspinall expressed his frustration in the post-fight interview, explaining that the fight was just starting to get exciting before the accident happened. He said both of his eyes were badly affected and that he could barely open them. Though fans booed in frustration, it was clear the situation was out of everyone's control. The British champion didn't blame Gane, but the disappointment was undeniable. This was supposed to be his statement performance, his chance to prove he's the most complete heavyweight in the world. To truly understand how painful this ending was for Aspinall, we need to remember what he's been through. Since joining the UFC in 2020, Tom Aspinall has been a force of nature, combining explosive power, elite speed, and high fight IQ in a way few heavyweights ever have. At just 32 years old, he entered this fight with an incredible record of 15 wins and 3 losses, including 7 first-round knockouts. In 2023, he captured the interim heavyweight title by knocking out Sergey Pavlovich in just 69 seconds. Then, in 2024, he defended that belt in even more dominant fashion, finishing Curtis Blaydes in 60 seconds flat. Despite such dominance, Aspinall spent over a year stuck in limbo due to the heavyweight division's instability. The long-awaited unification fight with Jon Jones never materialized, leaving him sidelined and frustrated. When UFC CEO Dana White finally announced Jon Jones's retirement earlier this year, fans thought the path was clear. Aspinall was ready to reign as the undisputed king, but Jones's recent hints of a comeback have once again thrown the division into confusion. And now, with this no-contest result, that confusion only deepens. The big question now, what happens next? Will the UFC book an immediate rematch between Aspinall and Gane? Or will they wait to see if Jon Jones returns for one last super fight? Nothing is confirmed yet, but judging from both fighters' reactions and the crowd's demand, a rematch seems almost guaranteed. Fans around the world are calling for it, and even Dana White hinted post-event that the promotion is already exploring options for early 2026. As for Ciryl Gane, this result is another tough chapter in his complicated career. The Frenchman has all the tools of a future champion: elite striking, movement, and composure. But his luck in major title fights has been brutal. He lost to Francis Ngannou by decision in 2022 and was quickly submitted by Jon Jones in 2023. Determined to rebuild, Gane came back with impressive wins over Sergey Spivak and Alexander Volkov, earning another shot at gold. This fight was supposed to be his redemption moment, but instead, fate intervened once again. Despite the unfortunate ending, both men showed class in how they handled the aftermath. Aspinall made it clear that he doesn't blame Gane for the accident, acknowledging it was purely unintentional. Gane, equally respectful, apologized immediately and wished the champion a fast recovery. The mutual respect between the two fighters was clear, and it's one reason why fans are already eager to see them run it back. Meanwhile, in the co-main event, Mackenzie Dern put on one of the best performances of her career, defeating Verna Jandiroba to claim the vacant strawweight title. With former champion Zhang Weili moving up to the flyweight division, the 115-pound belt was up for grabs, and Dern seized the moment. Known for her world-class jiu-jitsu, Dern surprised everyone by dominating the striking exchanges as well, showing improved boxing, composure, and defense. It was a full-circle moment, as she had also beaten Jandiroba back in 2020 by decision. This time the stakes were higher, and she delivered. Back to the main event, what should have been a night to remember for heavyweight fans turned into one filled with questions. Aspinall remains the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion, but the way this fight ended leaves the entire division hanging in suspense. With Jon Jones teasing a return, Stipe Miocic still in the mix, and Ciryl Gane hungry for redemption, 2026 could be one of the most chaotic and exciting years in UFC heavyweight history. In the end, UFC 321 will be remembered not for a knockout, not for a submission, but for the controversy that changed the course of the division. The rematch talks have already started, and one thing is certain. When Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane step into the octagon again, the world will be watching. This isn't over, it's just delayed. UFC 321 may have left fans without a definitive ending, but it reminded everyone of one simple truth. In mixed martial arts, anything can happen and nothing is guaranteed, not even vision.